Since the first Super Bowl ring was given in the first Super Bowl championship, the design of the rings has become more elaborate, whether in the choice of gems or the symbolism of each design element. The production process takes several months, from the design to the delivery to each player. In this video, we'll walk you through the step-by-step process of making Super Bowl rings. The production of Super Bowl rings begins after the match. Teams choose the designer they prefer to work with through bidding. Jewelers show up for the final match to catch the attention of teams and secure a partnership to be the Super Bowl jeweler for that year. Jostens, a jeweler and manufacturer of memorabilia across various industries, has designed more than 30 rings out of the 57 released in Super Bowl history. They made the first Super Bowl ring, a simple 1-carat diamond set in a globe of white gold. Other jewelers who've designed Super Bowl rings include Tiffany & Co., who designed 7 Super Bowl rings, Balfour, Jason of Beverly Hills. Most teams have developed collaborations with jewelers, giving them rights to design their Super Bowl rings. For example, Jostens is the official manufacturer for the Kansas City Chiefs. In addition to producing Super Bowl rings for the team, the winning designer also earns the rights to create trinkets and memorabilia related to the game. The design process begins the day after the Super Bowl and takes 1 to 2 months to complete. During this process, the team and the jeweler collaborate to design the Super Bowl rings. Although teams can determine the design and elements of a Super Bowl ring, they must include a few non-negotiable elements as mandated by the NFL. These include the term World Champions and the Super Bowl number expressed in Roman numerals. The NFL also contributes between $5,000 and $7,000 for each ring for up to 150 rings, and the league makes up for the cost difference during production. Over the years, Super Bowl rings have become more extravagant in their themes, sizes, and the number of gemstones on each piece. Teams use them to symbolize their journey to win the championship, their history, and recognition for their fans. Now let's look at how rings from previous iconic Super Bowl games have incorporated symbolism into their designs, starting with the Super Bowl 51 ring, which the New England Patriots won in one of the biggest comebacks in the history of the Super Bowl. The ring is packed with symbolism, from the 283 diamonds, a nod to the 28-3 offset the Patriots overcame to defeat the Atlanta Falcons. The top of the ring features the mandatory phrase World Champions alongside the Patriots logo made from custom-cut corundum, sapphire, and ruby. 5 Vince Lombardi trophies are also set on the top of the ring and decked with marquee cut and brilliant round diamonds. The ring's left side features the player's name, engraved in diamonds, Gillette Stadium, and the years of previous Super Bowl victories by the Patriots. The right side of the ring is framed by the engraved unequivocally the sweetest, referencing a declaration that Robert Kraft made at the end of the Super Bowl 51 game. Other elements on this side include the Super Bowl 51 logo, the final score in the game, and the Patriots' overall record. Inside the ring are additional engravings, including the famous Robert Kraft quote, "We are all Patriots," and the words "greatest comeback ever," symbolizing the game's historic significance. Another ring that incorporates symbolism into its design is the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl 57 championship ring. The ring, designed by Jostens, is modeled after the bird's eye view of Arrowhead Stadium, a nod to the franchise's 50-year history of calling it their home field. The symbolic elements on this ring include 3 marquee-cut diamonds symbolize the 3 Super Bowl championships the Chiefs have won, and 3 flags on the side of the ring represent the respective years the Chiefs won the Super Bowl championships. 16 baguette diamonds on 3 Vince Lombardi trophies in honor of each player who scored a touchdown during the NFL regular season. 50 diamonds around the Kansas City Chiefs logo to symbolize the 50 years the franchise has played at the GEHA field in Arrowhead Stadium. 16 custom-cut rubies in the franchise's logo representing the division games they won. 38 diamonds on the top of the ring for each point scored against the Philadelphia Eagles in the 57th Super Bowl. The phrase Chiefs Kingdom on the side of the ring is a tribute to the team's fans. The most recent Super Bowl ring from 2024, also for the Kansas City Chiefs, features 529 diamonds and 38 rubies, totaling 14.8 carats. The top showcases the Chiefs' Arrowhead logo crafted from 16 custom-cut rubies, symbolizing their 16 division titles, set in yellow gold with 50 diamonds representing the scoring margin at Arrowhead Stadium. Beneath the logo, 4 Lombardi trophies, each set with a marquee diamond, honor their Super Bowl wins, with 19 baguette diamonds signifying their back-to-back titles after 19 years. Encircling the ring's top are 58 diamonds, referencing Super Bowl 58, while 11 rubies along the edges represent the team's 11 regular season victories. A unique hinge top opens to reveal an engraving of the Tom and Jerry play, the decisive touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes to Mecole Hardman, etched in head coach Andy Reid's handwriting. The ring sides display player names, jersey numbers, championship years, and a depiction of GAHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium, honoring the passionate Chiefs Kingdom. Inside, the 2023 team motto United, playoff scores, and individual player signatures personalize each ring. The NFL Super Bowl rings have gotten progressively heavier with time, thanks to the multiple precious stones decked on these rings. This has led to creative solutions such as detachable ring tops that can be turned into pendants. The designers may make several iterations of the ring to capture these elements and find the best possible layout. The jewelers may also design different iterations of lower-tier Super Bowl rings that are usually given to staff and sometimes fans. The design team finalizes the process by creating samples of the rings for the team to approve. These samples bring the design team's concepts to life, allowing them to see the ring's appearance before proceeding to production. NFL Super Bowl rings are traditionally made of yellow or white gold, though modern designs often incorporate rose gold or even platinum for a distinctive, high-end touch. The one exception to this was the 2010 Green Bay Packers ring, which was set in platinum. The choice of metal not only enhances durability, but also complements the aesthetic design, ensuring the ring remains a timeless keepsake. In addition to diamonds, gemstones reflecting the team's colors, such as rubies, sapphires, or emeralds, are frequently used. These stones are meticulously cut and set to enhance the design and connect the ring to the team's identity. Customization extends to intricate engravings and unique features like hinge tops, which reveal additional details such as plays or logos. The material selection process involves balancing symbolism, luxury, and craftsmanship to create a ring that tells the story of the team's championship journey. Super Bowl jewelers like Jostens use lost wax casting to make their rings. They start by creating a 3D version of the ring on CAD software and printing it with a 3D printer. Using a 3D printer saves the time that would have been spent hand-carving the details of each ring. These printers also allow jewelers to capture the intricate details that each Super Bowl ring comes with. The printed model must be as precise as possible, since imperfections will transfer to subsequent molds and the ring. In addition, the model must make accommodations for shrinkage, which is common with lost wax casting. Once printed, the model is trimmed and checked for accuracy before being used as the master model lost wax casting. Most jewelers use rubber to make the lost wax mold. This mold is then put in a plaster material, also called investment. This plaster is placed inside an oven to set, gradually melting the wax while leaving an impression of the ring in the plaster. Once set, molten gold or platinum is poured into the plaster mold to form the shank and head of the ring. The cast is left to cool. Once cooled, the casting is removed from the plaster mold for polishing and finishing. Polishing involves trimming off excess metal, removing unwanted parts, and buffing the ring to bring out its shine. Gems are the most noticeable feature of any Super Bowl ring, whether it's the sparkly diamonds or the rubies and sapphires. Before gem setting, the diamonds and gems are sourced, cut, and polished. They are then meticulously positioned on the ring, ensuring each gem is placed per the design plan. Pave setting is one method used in gem setting. It involves drilling small grooves into the metal part of the ring and then placing the gems inside. This delicate process requires care to ensure the gems are set and metal prongs are added without distracting from the ring's appearance. Other methods used in gem setting include tension, bezel, and cluster setting. The jeweler also adds the finishing touches, including engraving the ring with the desired inscriptions and polishing the rings. Quality is an important consideration when producing rings for Super Bowl champions. Jewelers ensure their rings are of high quality by incorporating all the design elements and specifications during the design stage, creating prototypes to check for issues with the design, checking all gemstones for quality by ensuring they don't have defects such as scratches or dents, and checking for color consistency, inspecting the ring post-production to ensure all the specifications are captured in the ring, including the correct details of the team and players, all surfaces are polished and free from defects, all engravings and markings are clear and legible. The final step in making Super Bowl rings is delivering them to players. This step usually happens about 4 months after the end of the Super Bowl season. The ring presentation ceremony is a momentous occasion for teams that won the Super Bowl championships. This ceremony is an opportunity for players, coaches, and staff to reflect on the season, celebrate wins, and collect mementos of the season. Traditionally, players would receive their rings in varying ways, including by mail. However, today's players receive the rings amidst a celebration, with the rings presented in ornate cases and may come with additional gifts. These ceremonies are usually private, with players often unveiling their rings before they're disclosed to the public. While the NFL contributes between $5,000 and $7,000 for each ring, the final cost of producing a Super Bowl ring is estimated to be between $30,000 and $50,000. Manufacturers are usually tight-lipped about the actual cost of production. Since these rings are the property of the players who receive them, they're also free to sell them, whether to offset a financial burden after a player's death, for charity, or other personal reasons. These rings are often sold in auction markets to the highest bidder. Some of the players who have sold their rings include Lawrence Taylor, who was formerly a player for the New York Giants. He sold his 1990 Super Bowl ring and earned over $230,000 in 2012, the highest price for a Super Bowl ring at the time. Robert Kraft, the CEO of the New England Patriots, sold his Super Bowl 51 ring at a charity auction in 2020, netting $1 million from the sale, making it the most expensive Super Bowl ring. William Perry of the Chicago Bears sold his 1985 Super Bowl ring to a private collector, and it was later auctioned for around $203,000. Jim Lagner of the Miami Dolphins auctioned his Super Bowl ring in 2015 for $37,000. The prices these rings fetch at auctions depend on the type of ring, the owner, and its history linked to the game. For instance, Robert Kraft's ring was linked to his team's iconic comeback, which remains one of the greatest in the Super Bowl's history. Since the first event, Super Bowl rings have been a part of NFL championships, giving players a commemorative jewel for their hard work and victory. They symbolize each player's individual effort and team contribution to the team's success. Today, they're a statement of each team's history and milestones. Beyond that, each Super Bowl ring is a testament to the designer's creativity and willingness to push the envelope in creating iconic championship rings. Do you have a favorite Super Bowl ring? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload.